Hey everyone, it's Eric Thompson with Windermere Real Estate and the Windermere Leadership Academy. I hope you are doing awesome. I'm sitting here in my office in Fort Collins, Colorado. It's Friday. That's why I have my casual blue shirt on today. And I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are and whatever day it is. Maybe it's not Friday. When you're watching this video is all about coaching dialogues, and this video is designed to help out my fellow managers, my compatriots out there, helping agents achieve their goals, achieve their dreams, have amazing years. So much of that has to do with dialogues that we use in those interactions with our agents. So I want to help you out with some great dialogues that I've learned along the way from some of the best teachers, coaches, mentors that I've had, some of the best books I've ever read on coaching and leadership. That's where I get this content, and I really want to help you out and want to show these dialogues to you. This came up for me as I was preparing for the Real Estate Performance Blueprint, which is our seminar offered through the Leadership Academy. It's coming up April the 27th and 28th. I'll tell you a little bit more about this at the very end of this video, but let's get into coaching dialogues, okay? So again, we want to help out our agents, right? We want to help them achieve their goal. We want to get them to a higher level, and we need some great dialogues to do it. Not unlike sales, right? In sales, in order to help out our customers, we need to have great dialogues to do that so we can offer great value to them. Same thing goes in coaching. We need great dialogue. So have you ever had the chance, the opportunity to help out an agent, and you have the best of intentions going into that meeting, and maybe afterwards you say, it just didn't go as well as I wanted it to. That didn't go as planned, and you may start thinking, well, gosh, if I only would have said this, if I only would have said that, this is going to help you out. This will help you out too if you have agents that ever get stuck. Do you ever have that happen? I do, like all the time. Right, so you have agents that get stuck. This can help them get unstuck. So we're going to walk through a few examples here. I want to give you some tools in your tool belt, give you some things that can help you out right away. This first thing we'll talk about is called future pacing. So future pacing is a term that comes from NLP, and all it means is you're getting someone to imagine a future state. You're getting them to imagine what it's like to be achieving that goal, what that looks like, sounds like, feels like. And when you get them to that place, you can get them really energized, you can get them excited, you can get them to really think about what it's going to take to be in that future place that they've always dreamed of. All right, so here's an example of that, and this is a dialogue that I use quite often, and I find it to be quite effective. So hopefully you can use this too and see some great results. Here's how it goes. It starts with this phrase, which is a lot of fun. Let's pretend. You're sitting with the agent, and you start by saying, "Hey, let's pretend." And this word "pretend" is fun because it takes us back to when we were in kindergarten, right? It's fun to pretend. It's fun to play make believe. So let's pretend that we are sitting here a year from today, and let's pretend that we're celebrating an incredible year. Let's pretend that we're celebrating the best year that you've ever had in real estate. Now, when you say that, you're going to watch them light up. You're going to watch them get excited as they pretend that they're in that state, as they pretend that it is 1 year from today, and they pretend that you're celebrating with them. So you say, hey, let's pretend it's a year from today. We're celebrating the best year you've ever had. Maybe we're toasting a glass of champagne, or we're clinking our mugs of coffee, saying, hey, way to go, great job. And the follow-up to this is really important. What's the one thing you did to make that happen? So again, let's pretend it's 1 year from now. You've had an amazing year. What's the one thing you did that caused that amazing year? And you're going to watch them think that through, and they're going to have a great answer. Maybe it's, you know what, the one thing is I got really focused. And then you get to say, well, tell me more about that. What does that look like? What does being focused look like, sound like? What would your day be like if you got really focused? And then they'll start to think about what their day would look like. And then they're going to come out of that meeting with some really specific things they can go do, they can go work on, that they can be better at, all stemming from you challenging them with, what is it going to look like 1 year from today? What's the one thing that you did to make that happen? So that's future pacing. Hopefully that was helpful. The next one we're going to talk about is the series of 3 questions that I call the magic trifecta. These 3 questions are brilliant. These 3 questions I learned from a good friend of mine who's a small business consultant. You can use these questions in a lot of different areas, and let's talk specifically how you use these questions in the coaching environment. And these 3 questions are pretty simple, straightforward. They go like this. So tell me, what's working in your business right now? Have them tell you. Then ask, okay, so what are some things that could be better, which, by the way, is a more positive way of saying what's not working. So I'd rather not say what's not working. It's better to say what could be better. The third question then is, so where do you need help? Again, what's working? What could be better? Where do you need help? These questions work even better when the person has some time to prepare. You could ask them right there on the spot, but I find that you're going to get better answers, a better response when the agents have some time to think that through. So just give them a heads up. Hey, when we get together next one-on-one, I just have 3 questions I want to ask you. Here's what they are. What's working? What could be better? Where do you need help? And you're going to watch them have some really awesome answers to these questions. What people like is that they flow together really well. They like that they're simple, straightforward, they're easy to answer, and they like that you now will have some specific things to latch onto. By the way, my leadership team and I meet once a month, and each of us talk about answers to these 3 questions. We simply go around the room. Each of us answers these 3 questions, and we have some really good takeaways, some good action items after that meeting. So that's the magic trifecta. Hopefully you like that one. Next, let's help our agents by giving them some clarity. So sometimes when they're stuck, sometimes when they're bogged down, they're kind of in a fog, right? They can't see the forest through the trees. They don't know where to go next. They need some clarity, and we can help them with some clarity. We can bring clarity with some great questions. Let me show you how these work. Ask them this question. So out of all the people on your list, out of the people that are on your hot list, out of the people that you're talking to now, who's next? Who's the next one that will go under contract? Who's the next one that will sign a listing agreement? So the first part of this is just helping them get clarity on who that's going to be. Then you follow that up with, walk me through the steps. Walk me through the steps that it will take to get that person under contract, to have that person sign a listing agreement. So now you're going to have them clarifying for themselves all the things that need to happen that will eventually lead to that person going under contract or lead to them signing a listing agreement. And this can be really powerful because now they've seen the steps that they need to take, and you haven't sat there and told them what the steps are. They've come up with it themselves, which of course means they're going to be much more receptive to that. They're going to be much more apt, much more likely to go out and do those things. So again, the question is, who's next? Who's the next one to go under contract? Then walk me through the steps it will take. The last one here, maybe a little more advanced, but really effective, really, really powerful. A question that I've asked myself that's helped me personally, and this is going to be related to mindset coaching. So this is a tool called Flipping the Countermand. I got this from a book, and the person that's responsible for coming up with this kind of this series of questions and this thinking and this tool is Byron Katie. And you know what? I don't even know what countermand means, but what I do know is that this really works, and it's really simple. Not so much of a simple title, but this is a simple tool. Here's how it goes. Oftentimes we hear others say, or we hear ourselves say, I can't A, I can't do this or that because B. Well, I can't do this thing A because of this reason B, right? So we've probably heard that before a lot, either from ourselves or from other people. I can't A because of B. And what's funny about this, what's interesting about this tool is that so often B is a made-up excuse, and it's not so much that B is the problem, it's that our beliefs about B are the problem, okay? And I'm going to show you a specific example to help this make sense to you, but again, it's I can't do this or that thing, I can't do A because I see that this thing called B is in my way. Oftentimes that is a made-up excuse, oftentimes that's not a real reason that someone can't do that thing. It's invented, so we have to get B out of the way. Okay, so here's an example. A realtor may say to you, you know what, I can't list luxury homes, I can't list luxury properties because I don't have any experience in that market. So listing the luxury home is A, I don't have any experience is B. Now, I don't have any experience is a made-up excuse. Now that may be true that they don't have experience, but the fact that it's in the way of listing a luxury property is invented, right? That's not real, that's a made-up excuse, that is something that they've decided to put in the way of them listing a luxury property. So here's what you do. It's really simple. you go back to that terminology, let's pretend. So we get them in a pretend state, and you say, well, you know what, let's pretend, just for a minute, just for fun, let's pretend that your lack of experience really wasn't an excuse, really wasn't a reason why you couldn't go list a luxury property. Just for fun, let's just pretend that. And they can get there because now we're just pretending. It's not real, we're pretending. And then you follow that up with, what's the first thing that you would do? So again, let's pretend that your lack of experience with luxury properties really wasn't a reason. Let's pretend that really wasn't in the way. What's the first thing you would do? And you're going to watch them maybe sit back and then maybe get kind of a smirk on their face. But then they're going to say, well, I guess the first thing I would do is I would probably go out and I would do a lot of research on the luxury market. I would really go start to learn a whole lot about the luxury market. Awesome. And then you say, well, what's the next thing you do after that? And they may say, well, I don't know, maybe I would put together a packet of information that's all about luxury properties and all about the ways I can help someone selling a luxury home. And you say, fantastic. What would you do after that? Well, maybe I would go join a networking group where I'm likely to run into people who have this kind of wherewithal and this kind of net worth and this kind of luxury property. Awesome. And what would you do after that? I think you get the picture. So you first get them into this kind of pretend state where all of a sudden that thing is not an obstacle anymore. Then you get them to list out all the things that they would do. Then of course you follow it up with, awesome, well go do that, go make that happen. All right, so that's some coaching tools. Those are some dialogues that we talk about in this seminar called the Performance Blueprint. It's coming up April the 27th and 28th. If you've liked what we just talked about here in this short video, if you think this kind of information is helpful to you, if you think it's useful to you, if you want to help out your agents and get them to an even higher level, which then is going to help out your office. It's going to help you perform. It's going to help your profitability. If you want to learn more about this seminar, where we go over things like this, I want you to go check out this website. PerformBlue.com is where we have much more information about this seminar. You're going to learn all about it. You're going to see all the cool things that we do during these 2 days. And you know what? You can sign up and register at PerformBlue.com. So I hope you've really enjoyed this little video we put together. Hopefully these dialogues can help you out, and I hope you go to this website to check out more about this seminar. I hope to see you there. And in the meantime, have a fabulous day. Thanks so much for watching.